guys, welcome back to the Brightside. Macy here, the Brightside girl, and today we're going to be doing my Brightside Book Awards show. This is the special video that I wanted to do today on New Year's Eve. Basically just going to be me giving out some bookish awards to some of my favorite books, different categories of books and different types of things. This is the first time I have done anything like this, so it's going to be a little bit of a shorter video, but if you have ideas for categories and things I can add to next year's, let me know down below in the comments. Don't forget to check out all my other end of the year videos that I've recently posted. I've done a top 12 of 2022, new releases of 2022, and end of the year stats. I will link those down below in the description as well as in the card. For now, we're gonna just jump right into the awards. Alright, so the award for the best book of 2022 of course goes to Belladonna. I have talked about this several times in other videos. This is like a Jane Eyre meets Secret Garden meets something spooky and mysterious. We've got a wonderful romance in here. I don't want to describe it too much because I've gone over it a couple times in other videos. This book totally stole my heart. I am so excited for book 2 coming out next year. It's a Victorian Gothic romance, but a nice little murder mystery in there as well, and I highly recommend it. Award for the best audiobook in 2022 goes to The Loneliest Girl in the Universe. I've talked about this one several times as well, so again, I won't go too far into it, but in this one you are following a girl who has been raised on a spaceship. Her parents have died and she is alone and has to complete a mission that is being done for the government, and I just really loved this audiobook. It wasn't a full cast, it didn't have anything overly special, but Lauren Ezzo was the narrator. She did such a phenomenal job. It just really makes you feel all of the feelings, and it was my favorite listen of 2022. The best new release of 2022 is going to go to Belladonna, of course, but also Gallant. Gallant is kind of similar to Belladonna. We've got like a found family, we've got a Victorian house, we've got some ghosts, a little bit of a mystery. It's definitely its own unique thing. It definitely has a tiny bit of a younger vibe, but I so loved it, and it made me want to read more of Victoria Schwab's books as well. So these were my two favorite new releases. The award for the biggest disappointment in 2022 goes to the Kingdom of the Wicked series, particularly Kingdom of the Cursed and Kingdom of the Feared. I love Carrie Maniscalco. I really enjoyed her Stalking Jack the Ripper quartet. I love all the books, so I was so excited to read this series. I actually really enjoyed Kingdom of the Wicked. I thought it was unique and different from the first book, but still kind of had those slightly spooky, more gothic vibes about it. But the second book turned from YA to new adult and just went completely smutty. In my opinion, it lost a lot of the purpose of the plot and just got wrapped up in being about those steamy scenes. And I don't mind a little bit of that in my books, but I just thought the shift was so drastic that I really disliked it. I went ahead and gave Kingdom of the Feared a chance, and I wound up DNFing it because I couldn't handle it. I didn't like it at all. So sadly, this one was one I was really looking forward to that didn't quite meet my expectations. The award for my most listened to a narrator in 2022 went to Rebecca Solar. No surprise to anyone. This happens almost every year. She is my favorite narrator. She does all of Marissa Meyer and Stephanie Garber's books, who are two of my favorite authors, and I listened to only 4 of her books this year. I normally listen to books from my favorite narrators a little bit more, but I only got to 4 of hers this year, and that was the most I did. My most read author for 2022 was Stephen McCraney, who wrote the Space Boy graphic novels. I read all 13 of these last year, and I loved them so much. Again, we have like a girl that's kind of grown up on a spaceship, but she has to get cryogenically frozen and sent back to Earth, and it'll take her 30 years to get there. She's got to learn to make friends. It's got so many different elements in it, government conspiracies, galaxy fun. It's such a good graphic novel series, and I read 13 of his books. He got the award for my most read author. The award for the book that I promoted the most in 2022 goes to The Loneliest Girl in the Universe. Again, this is the book I feel like I pushed the most, I talked about the most, and the one that I felt like people would enjoy the most. I had a lot of people that listened to this on audio and loved it just as much as I did, but then I had a couple that physically read it and they didn't like it quite as much. So I do think that the audio is significantly better than the physical book, but overall I enjoyed the story so much, and I feel like quite a few of you read it. The award for the best fantasy of 2022 is going to go to Ballad of Never After / Once Upon a Broken Heart. This is the second series set in the Carval world. I personally recommend that you read Carval first. First of all, it's a fabulous trilogy. It's got so much magic and romance and sisterly bonds and mystery, and it's just so wonderful. There's so much mystery and just lush, beautiful writing. And I really enjoyed book one, but this second book is so good. With everything that happens, there's so many different elements. The romance is really fun, and it just makes you love the characters so much. Stephanie Garber's writing is fabulous. Best sci-fi of 2022, no surprise. I'm gonna pick The Loneliest Girl in the Universe again, although I did read a lot of other wonderful sci-fi books this year. I read them all during Galaxy-thon, which is my space themed readathon that I host every year in March. Announcement coming soon for that. But The Loneliest Girl still takes the top. This was almost my favorite book of 2022. The award for the best middle grade is going to go to Nutcracker and the Four Realms. This is actually an adaptation of the movie. So the movie came first and then was adapted into book form. What was cool about this book is it had all of the movie, but it also had the background on the realms and Clara's mother. So this is a Nutcracker retelling, and I just thought it was really whimsical. It had really beautiful illustrations. It was really magical and festive, and I really, really enjoyed it. Award for the best series is going to go to the Otherworld series. This is by Jason Segel, who was also the narrator for these audiobooks. I absolutely loved this series. I binged it in 3 days. We've got kind of a Ready Player One style where we're in a virtual reality game and things kind of blend into reality. There's an adventure that needs to be had. There's people that need to be saved, and you're kind of deciding whether the virtual reality is a good thing or a bad thing. It's very fast paced. It's very fun. I just so enjoyed it, and I highly recommend. Favorite new author of 2022, I'm picking Sarah Holland. She does the Everless duology. This was the first book that I had read from her, and it's basically a fantasy world that's set on time and using time for currency, and you're kind of learning about that and how that came to be, following friendship and a tiny bit of romance, but it is so good. The second book really, really blew my expectations out of the water. It was just so unique and very well thought out, and I highly recommend this one if you haven't checked it out, and I will be reading more from Sarah next year. The award for the best cover of 2022, I'm gonna go with Gallant. I just loved this cover, and it had so many special editions that were extra beautiful, but I love a good like mysterious creepy house, and this one with the dual houses, it fits the story perfectly, and I really, really loved it. The award for my favorite character is gonna go to Dinah from the Wonderland trilogy. I think that's the name of the trilogy. First book being Queen of Hearts. So in this one, we're basically doing a Wonderland kind of backstory, following Dinah, who is like a fierce, strong warrior type of girl, and she's just so interesting and complex, and she gets more so as the trilogy continues, and it is so, so good. This series made my top 12 this year, and again, I highly recommend. The award for my most liked Bookstagram photo is going to go to my Mermaid Marathon announcement. Even though this is nothing special, it's just my face with some graphics. You guys are so excited for Mermaid Marathon every year, and I love that so much. So this is the photo that I posted that had the most likes. The second most liked photo was my Mermaid Marathon TBR photo. I love that you guys love the mermaid content as much as I do. The award for my most watched video is actually my Giant Fall unhaul. My unhaul videos always do the best. I think people in general just like watching people unhaul books, but especially when I unhaul like a large amount. But my second most watched video was actually my Readathon announcement for 2022, which I was so surprised because that's not a typical video like a book haul or a TBR. It's something a little bit different, and you guys just love the Readathons, and I love that, and it makes me really excited to do more. Next year there will be another announcement coming for 2023 very soon, so stay tuned for that. And finally, the award for the most unique book I read in 2022 is going to go to Illusionarium. This is a Victorian Gothic style read, but we have a male protagonist, which I feel like is more rare for YA. There is a special gas that people breathe in that will allow them to share illusions. So if multiple people are breathing in this gas, you can create something in your mind and make people think that they're seeing something that in real life isn't there, but it's in the illusion. And there's all these really cool things that happen. People will wear these like gas masks so that they can stay in this perpetual state of illusion sharing, and there's side effects that happen with that. But we also have all these Gothic Victorian vibes. We have a little bit of like world jumping, and it is so unique and so good, and the writing style is fabulous. I physically read this one in just a couple days, and I so enjoyed it. All right, you guys, that is everything for this awards show. I hope you're having a lovely New Year's Eve. Let me know some categories I should add to next year's video. Stay tuned for a bunch of new videos coming out next year, which will be tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time on The Bright Side.